I just want to ask, we haven't had the chance to talk about how the police have responded, since we last met you to discuss everything. I wondered, if you go back to the beginning of this pandemic, there was an incident on Westminster Bridge, if you remember, where the police were there, including the Commissioner, Sadiq, and a great deal of people who obviously not socially distanced at all. And it worries me because of the consistency or lack of the police response to this pandemic. You said at the time that I believe that questions would probably have to be asked. I wonder, did you ask questions about that? And if so, what were the answers?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Thank you very much for asking about our families. We're very kind of you. We're okay, thank you. So yes, my deputy mayor did raise it with, did discuss it with the Commissioner. And on that night in particular, my understanding is that people spontaneously turned up. You're right, though, to remind me, and use this medium to remind police officers and everybody else, that the social distancing rules are still there. And we've got to lead by example. And it sends all the wrong sorts of messages if the impression is given there's one rule for one and one rule for the other. But it can confuse people when they see law enforcers appear to be breaking the rules. I think the police get that point, the Commissioner gets that point, and you'll be reassured by the fact there's been no repeat of the Westminster Bridge incident since that one occasion.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. If I could just follow that up with another question. That might be the case, but the odd thing is that there have been a number of incidents over the past month in London, which are entirely to do with the police, whereby, for example, policemen have not appeared to be socially distancing themselves, and they appear to be taking a hammer to crack a nut. So, for example, in Hyde Park on Saturday, there was a protest, a demonstration. It was an anti-lockdown one, but it doesn't really matter what it was. I mean, you don't have to agree with it or not, as the case may be. But the police went in, and frankly, looking at social media and some of the film that came out there, a couple of people were manhandled. There seemed to be an awful lot of police there, certainly not socially distancing and not wearing masks and all the rest of it. And people must look at this and think, well, what's actually going on? I mean, are we being allowed to still have our right to protest, for example?
Well, look, we've got to be careful relying upon social media to get an account of events. What I do know...
It's also in the papers, I think, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah. I mean, the Commissioner raised the issue with me, and she raised with me how difficult it was policing that protest with the concerns around public safety because of the coronavirus. And actually, I think we should pay tribute to our police who've got such a difficult job in normal circumstances, literally taking risks with their personal safety to enforce the law. These are difficult split-second decisions. And, whether it's the officers policing a protest or officers dealing with firearm incidents or officers on a pursuit, these are split-second decisions. And I want to say, I'm not criticising you, but I don't think I'm placed, sitting in the comfort of this medium, to give an armchair response to what they should have done differently. What I do know, because I spoke to the Commissioner in real time, it was a really difficult policing operation. And the police did their best. There was a proportionate response. If there are complaints made by any of the protesters, they'll be investigated independently as they should. We'll make sure that happens.
Thing is, though, Mr. Mayor, I mean, you say about armchair criticism, etc. We are meant to scrutinise. I mean, one of the things we're meant to scrutinise is things such as the response of the police. I think you would appreciate that.
No, I wasn't criticising you. I was talking about myself. I don't want to be an armchair critic. Sorry, I didn't mean to criticise you. That's your job. The checks and balances is your job.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.